Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your driver's license is important so you can get back and forth to work, get your kids to school, and back and forth to daycare. If your license has been suspended because you can't pay your tickets, you can't do any of those things. Let's talk about Chapter 13 bankruptcy. You may have heard that tickets cannot be discharged, but they can be dealt with in a Chapter 13 case. Why not come in for a free consultation? The chapter you choose will make all the difference to your getting back, legally, on the road. Let's design a plan to pay off your tickets and restore your license immediately. I'm attorney Travis Gagne. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Travis Kaufman, that is the name of the Colorado trail runner who fought off a mountain lion and killed it after he was attacked by that animal. And he spoke publicly about the event for the first time at a news conference in Fort Collins yesterday. And here's Travis talking about what happened when he first encountered the mountain lion.
I ended up hearing some pine needles rustle, like a stick break, and I turned around and was pretty bummed out to see a mountain lion chasing after me. I stopped and I threw my hands up in the air and I started shouting. It just kind of kept running and lunged at me. It grabbed onto my hand and wrist, started to claw at my face and neck. That's when I realized how close it was getting to my eyes, and it got a claw on my lip.
Wow. Oh, man, dude.
He describes that like as if I described what I had for lunch yesterday.
Yeah.
Like, it's no big deal. This is just what happened.
This is why he's still alive, because I would have been panicking and crying like a baby. See, I think you got to keep your cool and just, do what you got to do. It seems like that's exactly what he did.
I think he's guaranteed drinks for life at any bar that he goes to. If someone just asks him, hey, what's a crazy story that's happened in your life?
Yeah.
And he shares that, I'd be like, you know what? You're not paying for a drink for the rest of the night.
And here's Travis talking more about the incident.
I was grabbing around for sticks. I only had my left hand free. My right hand was still locked in its jaws. Tried to get at its neck to see if I could stab it in the neck to get it to release. That wasn't working. The sticks were breaking. So then I picked up a rock, tried to give it a few bashes in the back of the head. But fortunately, I just kind of had a tough time swinging it with my arm still locked into the cat's jaws. And then I was able to kind of shift my weight and get a foot on its neck.
Damn, dude.
Try to hit it, but, my arm was still stuck in its jaws. Not a big deal.
Yeah, my arm was in the damn cat's jaw. He's scratching it in my face. Jeez, dude. That's just nuts.
I mean, he seems like a pretty chill dude. I got to imagine you have to almost have a chill mentality while all that insanity is going on to stay calm.
Yeah. I mean, everything I've ever read in my life is that, if you can be calm in the most stressful circumstance, you will be able to figure your way out of stuff. But I can't imagine anything more stressful than that and a more difficult time to stay calm.
Part of me thinks that the mountain lion might get off of me. You could be like, just shut up. You know what? I'm done dealing with this crazy human. He won't shut up.
That's a good call. So I can talk him to death.
Stop screaming.
All right. I'll talk him to death. See what's up. Hey, mountain lion, what's going on, buddy? How's your life? Damn. And they say
if it's a female mountain lion, you could probably make it cry.
Oh, good call.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Tell me about your relationship with your father.
Yeah. How was it as a little cub? Well, it turns out, I guess, because the damn thing was so hungry, that's why it attacked him. I guess they don't attack, right?
You're asking me? I don't know.
I think
generally not. Yeah. Like when the first report came out, it was like a small amount of people have actually been attacked and killed by a mountain lion.
So it was super starving, which I got to be thinking. They say that about animals, like you can scare them away unless, of course, they're super, super starving. Like the bears, you make loud noises with rocks and they won't bother you. They'll be like, I don't know what the hell that loud noise is. I'm getting away from that. But if it's super hungry, what's it going to do? It's like, well, you know what? I'll either eat the loud noise or die to the loud noise, but I'm really hungry here.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Unreal.
And he was able to, wow, dude. That's a mountain lion, Steve.
I know. Dude, I'm with you, BJ.
Jeez. Wow. Got a new survey, and it asked people to name the biggest financial faux pas that we can make.
Okay.
I like stuff like this.
Yeah.
Because I really am very sensitive when it comes to financial issues. I really, really try to be. And I was raised that way my whole life. There were just things you don't do when it comes to money. You just don't do it. And, I was raised, as you know, 700 years ago.
Okay. I'm talking about how much you make for a living.
Yeah, that's up there.
It's always weird when somebody asks you that question.
Yeah.
They're like, how much do you make a year? And you're just like, I don't know how to, I don't want to be a jerk and be like, I'm not answering that, but I'm not answering that.
Yeah. And that's number 3, bragging about your salary.
Like, unless I'm a professional athlete, I don't know why anyone thinks they can know how much. You know what I mean? Like, that's public knowledge.
I've had people ask me.
Yeah.
And random listeners. One listener wouldn't leave me alone. So it's definitely bragging about your salary. That's number 3. But then number 5, asking somebody else about their salary is also a financial faux pas.
You guys ever see the show Adam Ruins Everything?
I've heard of it, never seen it.
It's kind of like Bill Nye the Science Guy. He kind of like busts a lot of myths too. And one of them saying is a lot of businesses were the ones that started the idea of you cannot talk about your salaries because it's considered rude.
Yeah.
Because they don't want employees knowing how much each other make.
Oh, no, and I'm seeing, that's, I think, part of why athletes do it now. Is that way you know what you're worth compared to other people.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing it in the world of wrestling and the independent scene. There's a lot of independent wrestlers like, we need to say how much these promoters are paying us because they might be taking advantage of somebody who maybe, because she's a female, she's not getting paid the same amount, even though they're going to use her on a high-profile thing. Or, they're trying to get you on the cheap. And they're getting me for way more. But a lot of people are still skeptical and like kind of like, no, I don't really want to tell you how much I'm making or how much a promotion is paying me.
Yeah, that's the only reason I like to talk about it, because I've been asked. In every job I've ever been in, don't discuss it with anybody.
Does it depend on who it is? Because I've been in conversations before with like a friend who's asking for advice in terms of their career and stuff, and they just don't know how much they should go in making. And at that point, if it's a close friend who's asking for advice, I don't feel bad telling them because I'm like, oh well, here's what you should maybe expect or maybe not expect.
I have a couple close friends that we've hinted at around where we're at,
sure,
but not exact dollar amounts. Honestly, the only person that knows how much I make is my wife.
Makes sense.
And
what the hell's wrong with you? How does she know that? You're supposed to keep that from her,
right?
What the hell? You're just not.
Well, I skim off about like $5,000 a year for fast food. Purchases for my friend Ricky Henderson.
Good call.
For the friend.
Call.
So I knocked that out.
Yeah, good call.
Charitable.
So number 2. So number 1 on the
for
list.
Ricky. He's hungry.
Yeah.
He's like a mountain lion, but I don't have to kill him.
Oh,
when he's hungry, I just feed him. Well, I just want to give someone texted said, "What happened to the lion? You guys are leaving us hanging after an epic buildup. We need the climax, guys." I forget that some people don't know the ending of that story.
I don't know the ending of the story either. What happened?
He killed the mountain lion.
Oh yeah, that's right. He killed the mountain lion.
Yeah,
I wasn't sure if he scared it away.
No,
obviously he's alive.
Death, I think
That's right. He did
or choked it to death.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, I think he choked it to death.
Yep,
which is unbelievable. With one hand, because the other mountain lion had his arm in his mouth. So he was somehow, or he got it free and choked him. Either way, man.
Somebody says the only reason why I've asked for someone how much they made to see if I'm getting paid a fair share for the work that I've done. Yeah. Another person says, yes, I think it's a good idea to talk about your salary with coworkers. In theory, yes. I don't know if I want to deal with that headache.
I did that one time, and it was so stupid because it was a dime. So I felt like, okay, it's 10 cents an hour more. What do I care? So I shared that with somebody that I was working at a clothing store. We were both working in the courtesy booth, and I showed my check to her because I'm like, there's something wrong with this, because I figured I'm making no money. There's no way anyone's going to be mad. But the no money I was making was a dime more than an hour than she was making.
Son of a bitch.
And she got pissed, and then everybody called me in, and the manager goes, here we are treating you good, buddy, giving you a dime more an hour, and you're going to go share that info? And I'm like, honestly, dude, I didn't know you were treating me good, because it's still really crappy pay. I'm not proud of this. I only showed it because I thought something wrong with my check. I didn't show it to brag.
And that's the question. Does it? Because the texter brings up a good point. Does it change the way that you view your coworkers? Because someone says, my girlfriend's an accountant for her company. She sees what everyone makes. It's definitely changed the way you see your coworkers.
That's tough for me, because there are people in the building, because there are people that know.
Yeah.
Because they just have to know. And I have to say, luckily for me, only one time in my career, and it wasn't here in Seattle, where somebody gave me a hard time. Mm-hmm. Like, they were very vocal about it in a crowd, and I'm like, dude, this is wicked inappropriate.
That's awkward.
Yeah, it's very awkward.
I had one experience where, because my name's Steve, I don't know if you know that, but we used to have somebody at a higher level here in our company also named Steve.
Oh, I remember that guy.
So in the world of autofill emails, sometimes people would email me stuff that was meant for him, and probably vice versa. And I once got emailed a file that had everyone's salaries.
Oh, congratulations.
I deleted it. Look, there was a part of me that's like, I want to know how I could have become.
Dude, you're a better man than me, because I wouldn't have deleted it.
I deleted it, and I emailed the person that sent it instantly and said, just to the wrong person. I deleted it immediately because I don't even want to have it. I don't want that drama.
Good for you. You know what? I unfortunately, I wish I could say I was that strong. I would have read it all.
Well, I mean, as soon as I deleted it, I was like, should I undelete that? Because you can.
It's a trash can.
And I did, and I found out what everyone made, and it was awesome. No.
Oh, good job. See, there you go. That's my boy. There you go.
Yeah, I would have done it too, man.
Like that. I don't want to have that in my head because, that's the one thing I've always lived my life. I don't want to worry about what other people are making because it changes the way that I could be as a worker, and I could get more resentful towards that person because they're making more than me.
But and that's kind of an interesting thing they touched on the episode of Adam Ruins Everything. It's like, why would you get mad at the other person? Like, you should be making less money than me, when really you should just be mad at whatever you're working on. It's like, you should be paying me more.
But if I'm in a situation where I'm happy with what I'm being paid, and I think that what I'm being paid is fair, but then I see someone who's doing less work, getting more money, I'm not going to be mad at them. I'm going to be mad at the company. Like, what the F? You know what I mean? It's just human nature. But 5 minutes before I saw that information, I was completely happy with what the company was giving me. So in a weird ignorance is bliss kind of way, I'd prefer to be happy with what I'm being paid because I felt that was fair and not let these outside sources or outside influences get in my head to be like, no, this is effed up. Because that's when things go downhill quick, I think.
One of the worst moments of my career was exactly that, Steve. There was a coworker that shared with me what one of the people on my show was making. We were like the sidekicks and the person was the main person. And this person found out about what the host was making and it changed everything for me. And I was bitter and I ended up being a bad employee. I almost got fired over it. And then I had to realize, and luckily the host was a straight shooter and said, look, man, you make what you make because that's all you deserve. Otherwise, you'd get more. And it was like an eye-opener going, and I'm like, well, how do I show people I get more? He goes, you got to go out and get more. Someone's got to make you a better offer. What else are you going to do? I mean, that's America. That's capitalism. And it's interesting because it's a definitely different way of thinking. This person and I are both baby boomers, and that's just how we were raised. Like, you want more money? You think you should get more money? Go out and earn it. No one's going to give it to you. It's different now. There are people that go, we all should be paid the same, man. We're all doing the same thing. And really, it's interesting to see how society feels about that. I think we're going to find more and more people as time goes on sharing their stuff because they just feel like, everybody should be paid the same.
When Texas says, me and my friends, we all know how much we make. It's actually a competition. That's fun.
Yeah, I guess if you're all in the same ballpark, it's a fun thing. I mean, if somebody's way out of the league, like you go, I can't ever get to that. Like if I was friends with Bill Gates, you know what? I'd be whatever. And it's embarrassing either way. Like, I've been in situations where I feel embarrassed because it's like, all right, I know that I make more money than this person I'm hanging out with. But then I figured, it'd be really cool if it wouldn't be so bad if I was like with a super rich guy. No, it's just as bad because then I feel like I'm a loser, even though I'm making a good living. It's like, but this guy's just killing it. Why can't? And then you see the guy and you go, he's just a schmuck like me. Why is he doing so well? But, so money's a thing. That's not on the list, though. It is, but it's not number one. The number one financial faux pas is not asking about salary or bragging about your salary. Those aren't number one. It's not even number two.
What's number one?
Number one is taking too long to pay someone back. Yeah.
Look, I finally got the money back to Alexis from Deja Vu.
Good job.
It took a couple of years.
Took a while.
I always try and get that money. If I don't remember the last time I actually borrowed money from somebody, but if even someone gave me like a buck, the minute I have a buck, I'm giving it back to them.
The Cash App and Venmo have made it so easy.
That's true.
Really have. And then if somebody is busted in that way.
PayPal too, man. I'm old school.
You are old school, yeah.
Back in the day, we used to use PayPal to pay people back.
Nice.
I still do.
Oh, look at you. Yeah, you don't even know about Venmo, right? I'll go with the double P. Yeah, so I have to say, again, I learned a long time ago, if I give money to anybody, whether it's a loan or not, I do not expect it back because you are into number one, that situation where you go, where the hell's my money? Where the hell's my money? And unfortunately, human beings so much want to please people. It's your own problem that you lend out money that you really can't afford to. That's a thing that is a therapeutic nightmare for yourself. You've got some deep issues because you can easily say to your friend, I'm sorry, I just can't give you the money. I can't spare it.
Yep.
Because you're not going to get it back a lot of the times. It's just how it is, or even an acquaintance. You're just not. And it is a big fight. You look like an idiot. I mean, the people that never pay me back, I don't hate them, but it's like...
But it changes your opinion on them.
It's like, there's no way I'm going to trust you with a lot in my life.
Right.
And you got to know that. It's like, get your act together and pay people back. Also, this one here, Steve, I know this one you hate. Because you go out with your boys a lot. You're at a lot of restaurants where you're all out together. You're having a group meal. and underpaying when you're splitting a bill.
Oh, gosh, dude, I will punch someone for that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's honestly, I think it's so, when you nickel and dime, I think you're just, dude, why'd you come out with us?
Yeah.
Honestly, like if there's 4 of us and we get a bill, we split it. If we want to split, if someone doesn't want to pick it up, and sometimes people do, or we don't want to play credit card roulette, split it 4 ways. We're not trying to itemize this thing. Why make this more difficult for it? Like, can you itemize all the stuff that I bought? I'm going to pay for this appetizer and only this one because I didn't eat that one. It's like, no, just split it 4 ways. And more often than not, I'm going out with Ted, and he's drinking way more than I am.
Yeah.
And so the bill is definitely leaning more, but I'm never going to be like, well, you paid more for the beers. It's like, it's going to even out eventually. If it doesn't, who cares?
Life will even it out.
It's a couple of bucks.
Yeah, I always look at it, life will even it out. You never know when someone's going to take you out to dinner you never expected, and all of a sudden that's nothing you had to pay. So it's nice, like you said, you picked up the Ted part. I mean, it eventually will get you.
Split it evenly. Yeah. That way you don't have to deal with the headache. Unless it's something where you came in and you didn't get anything. Maybe you got a beer and the rest of us are having steaks. Then, honestly, in my world, we would be like, don't even pay.
Yeah.
We'll cover that, because why make it more difficult? And then also we'll shame the dude if he doesn't give a good tip.
You got to give a good tip.
You know, like you see sometimes we'll all look at each other's stuff and it's like, dude, you left $2?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
That's why I always overtip when I'm in a group, because I never know what anybody else is going to do. And then if it's a big bonus for the person, great.
Yeah.
But I want to cover, I do a lot of board gaming with millennials, and I know that they don't have a lot of dough. I mean, and I also know in the gaming world, sorry to say this, some of the cheapest people I've ever seen. They just are not aware that they're at somebody's place. Somebody pays rent for that place. Mm-hmm. You've been gaming there all day, and
you've taken up their real estate in their establishment.
Exactly, and and there's 2 places where I think it means it's like Zulu's Board Game Cafe, which they serve you. I mean, and they have food, but if you don't buy the food, you're still taking up their table space. And if you didn't buy a game, I mean, my God, you're there for 8, 9, 10 hours. They have to pay rent on that place. They're open for business. They're trying to make money, not just for you to have an extended basement. And then, of course, at Mox in Bellevue or in Ballard, they actually have servers. So they sit you down and you're there again for hours. They're not turning those tables. You've got to take care of them. But I know board gamers in general and millennials, you mix them together, nobody has money. So I'm always the guy that don't go out. Yeah, or I know if they come out with me, I'm going to make it happen. And a lot of times I'll even say, because I know it's
well, now all those cheap asses are just expecting it from you.
I know, but I mean, I
respect that you do it, but
yeah, but see, I know that they don't have a lot of dough, and we're there for hours, and it's awkward if I'm eating and they're not eating, and so again, it's like you, Steve. It'll come back to me.
Probably not from them, those bottom feeders.
Well, I hope they pay it forward when they all of a sudden are in their 40s and can have some money. I know, I hope so. But yeah, dude, you got to take care of the servers, and you got to take care of the place you're sitting down at and using. They need money. I mean, that's why they're open for business.
Otherwise, you won't have that place in the near future.
I hear horror stories about people, and they tell me, and they actually showed me somebody one time, people my age. I wanted to go over and flip their table because they had a lot of pieces, number one.
That would be fantastic.
And number 2, it's like, really, guys? You don't understand how life works? You're just a bunch of leeches? It's just bull.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I got a question. Why would a couple get married inside of a Walmart? Well, I'm going to tell you why.
Because it's hot.
Okay. That might be a reason. You'll find out the reason at 8:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. There's a couple in Vermont who met each other while working at a Walmart. So they decided, you know what, man? Walmart's been good to us as far as the love of my life I met at Walmart.
Okay.
So they decided to get married there this week, and they did it in the Walmart flower section.
Aww.
Which, by the way, a flower section in any place is actually pretty beautiful. If that can be your backdrop and you're taking pictures, you don't know. I mean, it's in front of a bunch of awesome flowers.
Yeah, but you have a nice display of flowers, and then at the very top you see those styrofoam coolers or something like that. It's not necessarily.
You got to do some creative photography, no doubt about it.
Put a couple filters on it, maybe blur out everything that's not.
Yeah,
you don't need to see the $4.99 sale on flowers sign.
I love stories like this because if these two turn out to have a really successful life, because I know people that have done that. They come from humble beginnings, but they were there for the right reasons. Like a wedding is there for the bride and the groom to love each other, commit their lives. It doesn't matter how big the party is. That's not the reason. So I love that this was, this guy went to join the military, so they probably don't have a lot of cash or a lot of time.
I'd say definitely, I would imagine even if you have a little bit of cash, you could probably find somewhere that's a little less Walmart, but maybe just time was not on their side, and they thought it'd be kind of fun since they've met at Walmart. But dude, I'm looking at one of the pictures, and you legitimately do see the sale prices of all the flowers right above the flowers. That's awesome. Pretty freaking great. That's then there's a coin star right behind him.
Well, yes, of course. I mean, how do you think you had to pay for that?
For the
Walmart
money dance.
Yeah. Oh, good call.
You don't know if everyone's gonna have dollar bills to staple to you.
Yeah, so you got to get the coin star working.
Oh, this is so funny. They have a whole the bridesmaids and. Does he still have his name tag on?
No. It's a boutonniere. Yeah.
That
would have been awesome if his name tag was still on.
These guys, this is starting everything because he's about to go to boot camp. Yep. So he's doing basic. And so, everything. He's starting his life. And by the way, man, this guy, if he plays his cards right, he will have a great life. He'll be able to retire at 40 in his 40s.
Yeah, he looks really young. So, yeah. Is the guy that's the official for the wedding, is that their manager? I wonder.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Right?
That would be so awesome. Dang, dude.
And did they consummate the wedding in the health and beauty section?
That's a good call. There's a lot of stuff you can get there to help.
I was thinking the furniture section.
Oh, that's right. Walmart does have furniture.
They got everything at Walmart. Yeah. You could have a wedding at Walmart. What do you need?
Yeah.
They can cater it. They can give you some nice clothes. You could get it all done. Sarah, we're having your wedding at Walmart.
Do you need a pizza floaty? Yeah, you got it.
Oh, yeah, Walmart's got it all. Now, here's the bride talking about how they get married once her shift... her shift is done, and then they go, all right, time for the wedding.
We punched out at 3 and we got married at 3:30. It just worked out really, really good. And then they posted it and it went crazy. Seeing how many people watching it was just crazy. I was a little upset at first because of all the hatred that was going on and the bad comments, but I just pushed through it, and we love each other and we're super happy, and to have our friends from work, our other friends, and our family there was just amazing. We loved every moment of it.
Now, I know it's the internet and people are hating just because that's the internet, but were people really hating on these two?
Yeah. I'm saying, why is this kid marrying his mom? Oh, man.
Well, is she actually older than him?
She looks... No, I don't think. Maybe a little bit older, but not much.
My wife suffered from that when she was younger. My wife looked like somebody's mom. And I told her, I go, honey, you take a horrible picture. You got to figure this out.
Although I do like this comment. Says, this is why we had to use the self-checkout. Because everyone was busy.
Yeah.
You're a terrible man.
Did you really tell your wife that?
Wow. Oh, yeah, I did, dude. The first... I've told this story before. My buddy was dating my wife, and he showed me a picture of her, which was a high school picture. And she looked like this poor woman. She looked a lot older than she really was. It was just the way she presented herself. And I was like, yeah, all right, well, you both deserve each other. And then but my wife then showed up. I met her in person, and I'm like, my God, this woman's very attractive. And I told her, I go, dude, your picture, what are you doing? You got to take a better picture than this. You can't be making this your picture.
Yeah, this is why you're a true romantic.
Hey, we're together, aren't we?
Yeah, and you live in the same house, right?
I just can't believe people are hating on. This is what irritates me. Of course people
are going to hate. It's the internet, BJ.
I hate this.
And they're getting married at Walmart. They're handing these people material. I agree.
Jesus.
It's a cool story, and you watch the video, and it's kind of a fun little thing. And people have gotten married in dumber situations.
Yeah.
But you're handing over a big joke, Walmart, right? Everyone loves to crack jokes about the people of Walmart. That's a thing.
Yeah.
Now you're getting married on Walmart, and you're putting it on the internet. You've opened yourself up to some of the worst of the worst. It doesn't make it right, but I'm not surprised.
It's very humble. I love this. This is the humble beginning story because so many people go back and remember, we started from nothing, but we're going to do this together. It's you and me against the world, kid. I love what these two are doing. And, I would not be surprised if 20 years down the road, these guys are having a great life while some of these asshats are still on the internet being miserable with a lousy life.
I think this person says tons of people get married at a courthouse and getting married in a barn is trendy, and they'll have another wedding once he comes back from basic training. Love wins. Yeah, I think this is way cooler than getting married at a courthouse.
Yeah.
It's kind of a fun story if they ever do have kids. They can say, that's why we named you aisle 4.
Dude, there are some places that can really free up some space, and like they have a seasonal section. So like in between the seasons, if you could just rent out that space and go, guys, can you just clear out that space? And instead of stocking it, I just want to have my wedding here. How cool would that be? I actually think that's so much fun, but I love retail. I'm that guy.
So going non-traditional wedding location, where would you want to get married?
Oh boy. Look, as much like a Walmart. Mm-hmm. I would love to get married at a Target.
Okay.
I mean, if on the same theme, it got everything.
See, this would be a tough sell.
Okay.
But please follow me on this one because I know it's going to sound weird.
All right.
Strip club.
What?
Yeah, it's a tough sell.
Yeah. You have a stage.
Okay.
Great sound system.
Yes.
A place for someone to come out for the big reveal. And plenty of seating.
Did you just say big reveal? And I'm thinking you're talking about your wife?
Yes.
Hey.
You got a DJ. She could use coming up to the main stage. The bride and groom.
Is your wife going to do the literal big reveal?
No, it's not. That's what I mean. Follow me on this. Remove the stripping part of the strip club.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time with it.
They're just using the venue.
The venue is a perfect spot. Great lights.
Yeah.
Great sound system.
Wow.
Plenty of places for people to sit.
Yeah. Steve, can they still throw dollar bills onto the stage?
Dude, people at weddings have money dances.
Yeah, the dollar dance.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
All right, then.
And if we go down south to Portland.
Oh, yes.
Fully catered.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, dude, you go to a wedding and they're like, look, in lieu of gifts, if you want to eat, you have to pay $10.99 for this filet mignon.
Okay. That's a great deal. Are you kidding me? People pay a lot more than that for wedding gifts.
It's a strip club. Not so crazy now, is it?
No, it's not, really.
I'll go to that wedding.
Do the people that service our food, can they be employees of the strip club?
Yeah, but they got to, maybe like put some pants on.
Or at least,
so they can be topless is what you're saying.
At least shorts or a skirt.
Maybe a little corsage.
Yeah. Plus, everyone looks good in a black light.
That is true. You're right about that. I mean,
that white dress will glow. What about you, Vicky?
I've actually thought about this.
Did not expect that as an answer. Okay, what's your answer?
Work.
You want to get married here?
Here?
There's the stage and the speakers and the lights.
Yep.
The garage doors.
Vending machine.
Yeah, vending machine. We're totally fine.
All the sun chips you want, people.
Well,
it's Vicky's wedding.
And Twix.
And Twix,
Oh, I forgot about the Twix, yeah.
We just got to make sure the vending machine's working so that way it doesn't get stuck in there like your sun chips.
That's a good point.
Vicky's right. We threw a party here, and I was like,
it was pretty sick.
When they first said we're going to have the party here and welcome my bride, I go, what the hell's wrong with you?
Yeah, my first thought was cheap asses.
Yeah. And I've never felt really good about where I've worked at radio stations because this business, is getting better and making themselves look good. So I'm happy, and our place looks amazing. And when they threw the party, dude, it was actually, I was like, this is like the club. These guys really made it happen.
Yeah, 100%.
The only expensive thing would be the parking. So that's why you do it on a Sunday.
I know. The parking is what you're going to pay. In lieu of gifts, could you just pay for my parking for my own wedding? That's all I would ask. Yeah, downtown parking, Seattle parking, man. Yeah. That's where you're making your money. Yeah.
So it's to make. I can't believe you didn't go at a WWE event. That was my close second. Yeah. Is to maybe do it at Evolve where we do 3-2-1 or Washington Hall where Defy is. Because you got the whole setup. The ring could be where everyone gets married. It'd be like when Uncle Elmer got married. You guys don't know that, but
I don't know.
He was a wrestler. Okay. It was pretty cool back in the 80s.
Okay. Oh, my God. Oh, Pat, I'll take obscure wrestling references from the 80s for 200, please.
Yeah, that's a solid point.
Yeah.
Did we get revs?
I did mine.
No, you can't go with what you had.
Fine. Oh, gosh.
Maybe. You know what? He really did do what he would do. I mean, I know. Including having Dee Snider show up. I mean, I have to say Rev wins weddings.
I mean, there was a petting zoo involved, but I think I would go on a full involved petting zoo or just like the zoo itself. Like doing it at Point Defiance. Like inside the exhibits and stuff like that. Not at like the pagoda that they have there, but like in and maybe even have like, I don't know, one of the animals be a ring bearer or something like that.
Ooh, penguins.
Yes, penguins. They're already in their tuxedos.
Yes.
They could be your groomsmen.
That would be amazing.
That's okay. You know what? I feel really lame about mine. Did I just say I wanted to get married in a retail store?
Yeah, you said Target.
Did. You said Target.
God, why couldn't I be more creative,
Danny?
But getting married at a zoo with penguins, holding the rings.
That is pretty awesome.
I suck at an imagination. I need to really step up my game.
It just shows your obsession with department stores.
It's so true.
Chuck E. Cheese, of course.
After what we've heard about the pizza?
I'm good with their pizza. I'm just saying, I don't think there's a conspiracy. Plus, you have games, you have a pizza buffet. It would be the best.
A wedding band.
Yeah, exactly.
Would you do it in the ball pit?
Yes.
That'd be fantastic.
That'd be, well, as long as they cleaned it out first.
Do the wedding or consummate the wedding by do? What do you mean?
I mean, both.
Well, you now pronounce you man and bride, and then you just jump into the ball pit.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? And you can do anything in that ball pit because you know it. The kids have just, I mean, it is basically patient zero. If there's ever a Godzilla in real life, it won't be from radiation. It will emerge from the ball pit at a Chuck E. Cheese and come and kill us.
It's probably true.
So much in there that you don't know.
How about Kate said, Peter and I got married on the stage at Louis G's on April Fool's Day as a surprise wedding. Pizza and beer flowing.
That would be awesome.
Well, Louis G's pizza is wedding worthy.
That's true.
You know what I mean? If you go, okay, I'm going to have pizza at my wedding, you go, all right, well, it better be damn good pizza. And Louis G's, no doubt about it. All right, I'm changing my mind. I'm going to Louis G's.
That's a great spot, too.
I had my birthday there last year with a big old infinity gauntlet cake.
See, Steve, they got a stage. Like you talked about. They got a good sound system.
You know what would also be kind of cool is like Wild Waves.
Ooh.
Yeah. You married on the roller coaster?
Yeah.
I'd like you to slide into this marriage. Down the water slide right into.
Yay.
So it says movie theater. You have the aisle and the seating.
Oh. Do I get to watch a movie after? Or
Yeah, you can watch Avengers.
Okay,
And the popcorn.
I was going to say, and instead of throwing rice, you throw popcorn.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I wouldn't want to throw it.
I'm
but-
trying to
you
catch
catch
it
it.
with my mouth. Yeah.
I totally imagine you just walking down
It's
with
like
your new bride.
snowflakes.
Ah, la, la.
Jesus, you and Steve both doing the mouth. That was disturbing.
You should sit down.
I wasn't hungry anymore. No, it's not. I don't need to sit down. I need some Pepto-Bismol now.
Honestly, any kind of buffet place just sounds like great.
Golden Corral.
Yeah, like Golden Corral. You just get to eat everything. Sizzler.
I can't remember. Do they have alcohol at Golden Corral? I can't remember.
I think if you play your cards right, probably. I don't know.
Play my card. I don't know, guys. I brought a couple of Washingtons. You think I can get myself some of that alcohol?
No.
They don't have Golden Corral? There's not booze?
I'm out.
Otherwise, I would be there all the friggin' time.
They do have like an entire dessert buffet.
We should go to the Rock because then Vicky could wear like one of those pails that they serve the drinks in for like a
bucket?
wedding crown. Yeah,
The
wear the bucket. Yeah.
Oh,
And you
those
can take
are
like
great.
syringe shots.
Yes. Oh my God, now I want to get married there.
Okay, good. And I'm still, of course, at the department store. Damn it! I picked the worst creative thing at all.
What department would you get married in?
In Target, you mean?
Yeah.
What part? Yeah.
Oh, I said because they have a seasonal section, so I'd rent that out. And that way there's room for tables and things and dancing and all that.
And that's right by the automotive stuff. So if you ever need any oil, you're good. What?
That just got awkward.
Actually,
And candy. The candy's right by there.
I would say like at the Target in Lake Stevens, it's right next to like the wine and stuff.
Oh, they got everything
So
there.
you're good.
Plus, they got the refrigerated section, so get all the frozen dinners you want. Have whatever entree you want. You don't even have to pick like chicken or steak or a vegetarian. Like they got everything there. You just get a microwave and make it happen.
One text has a good one. Getting married at Dave and Buster's. Good food, alcohol, games galore.
Oh, or like
So
GameWorks down here?
Yeah.
Downtown?
You know, at some
Virtual
point,
sports.
Ooh, yeah.
Our family fun center.
I now pronounce you red team and blue team.
As long as
Bullwinkle?
Bullwinkle. Buckwinkle.
Bullwinkle.
Yes.
That is
That was Buckwinkle.
That's the ratchet brother of Bullwinkle.
I still have wrestling on my brain. I was about to say Bonkwinkle from Nick Bonkwinkle, the wrestler.
Wow.
And so it's not that. It's Buckwinkle. That's his name.
Hey, you know what? As a friend, I want to say you have a slight obsession with wrestling. I think maybe there's an intervention. Maybe we cut you down to just 4 networks, okay, that you subscribe to.
Too late. Bullwinkle would be funny to be the guy that's doing the wedding.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Could I dress up as Rocky?
Dude, you actually would be awesome as Rocky.
Wow, yeah.
And then we could launch you out of a cannon so you'd likely be flying around like Rocky.
Well, they do have like the little bungee trampoline thing, so I could just jump around and pretend to
I
fly.
do want to dress Vicky as Rocky because you have a face like Rocky. I mean, really,
You
you.
could be my Bullwinkle.
Yeah.
I'm in. That should be our Halloween costume.
Yes. Now we need to have a party.
It's true, dude.
Yes.
You guys actually, you two would be a good Rocky. And
Right?
Bullwinkle.
Yeah, no, it's perfect.
Yeah.
Get Steve some antlers and we got it.
Yeah.
Or you just say I don't have them.
Or let's cross-dress you.
I don't.
And Vicky could dress up as Boris and you could be Natasha because you guys would be a good Boris and Natasha, too.
I'm fine with that as well.
Vicky would be a good Boris. Just give her that little mustache.
Moose and
I just
squirrel.
want wax for a week. It's fine.
Okay, that works.
I'm hairy. Jesus.
We're learning a lot today, kids. All right, yesterday, Steve, he did get this one wrong.
What actor died at the age of 24 while driving his Porsche Spider?
Oh, Paul Walker.
No.
Johnny Depp.
No.
He's alive.
Oh, damn it. Pass.
In all fairness, you eventually did get it.
I did.
You did say
Came back
James
to it.
Dean.
Thank you.
You want a shot at beating Steve? Yeah, you got it. 206-421-ROCK. You know what we're doing. We're playing Beat Miggs at 847 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Here's another question from a listener. I'm getting my wages garnished. Can bankruptcy help with that?
Absolutely. One of the big reasons people file bankruptcy is because they have a judgment or a lawsuit against them, or their wages are getting garnished, and so they can't pay their other regular ongoing bills. People sometimes think that you can't file bankruptcy once they have a judgment against them or once a garnishment has started, and that's not true. Filing bankruptcy will immediately stop any garnishment that you have going, except for child support, and stop your creditors from continuing on with garnishments of your bank accounts, your wages, and in most cases will discharge that liability through the bankruptcy process. And we can file a bankruptcy case for you usually the day you come in.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.